Hello everyone. The interpersonal communication theory that I'll be discussing today is the social penetration theory developed by psychologists Erwin Altman and Dalmas Taylor. This theory suggests that as relational partners go further into their discussion, they'll range from more superficial and shallow topics to more deep and intimate topics. As I first read about this theory, I thought, well, yeah, that's how relationships work. You start off shallow and then kind of dive in. But as I read further into the book, Communication in a Civil Society, it pointed out the flaws in this theory, as in it was too overly simplistic. This led me to my source of research, which is an entry by Mitchell R. Hammer and William B. Gudekunst, titled The Influence of Ethnicity and Sex on Social Penetration in Close Relationships, which was published in the 1987 Journal of Black Studies. What they did was form a hypothesis that ethnicity and sex are two factors that interact to influence social penetration in close relationships. What they did was conduct a survey on 784 students from a moderately sized university in the northeastern section of the United States. Their conclusion found that the black students would disclose different kinds of information at different speeds than the white students, and that the women of the group would disclose more information at a quicker rate than the men of the surveys. What this concluded and furthered my conclusion was that there's certain factors that go into the social penetration theory that you have to take into account that the theory itself does not. The theory is very black and white and doesn't point out to different, very 21st century methods of how people go about furthering their relationships. This pointed me toward my high school experience. I went to John B. Connolly High School in Austin, Texas, where I, a white male, was part of the minority of the school. It was dominated by Hispanics and African Americans. And it was through here that it allowed me, my high school experience, to find out how to talk to these different kinds of demographics, not in the way that I didn't know how to talk to these people, just in the way I would go about furthering my relationships with them. And in terms of humor, information gathering, just the whole bit. And it was through this experience that I learned how to just further my relationships with these different demographics, and I feel like that is a big factor of why I am able to communicate so effectively with all the different kinds of students here at UTD. But these factors in this research just point out how kind of black and white the social penetration theory is. The theory itself is not wrong. It's an ideal format of how progressing a relationship should work, but it doesn't take into account the different several factors that can make us human in our communication. Thank you all for watching. I look forward to watching your own videos.